Hi ladies, I'm here to show you today. I've been working on my silicone pouring for the last, I guess it's been 3 or 4 days now. So I wanted to show you the progress of that. Here is, and I have this little cotton here covering the belly plate because there is little girl bits on the belly plate. So that's what I'm covering. This is the head. I had to pour another head. I poured a head earlier, but I had to pour another head because this time when I was doing the limbs, I tinted the silicone a little darker, so I had to pour another head to match. So anyway, here is the head, and it came out a little bit better. Still one bubble on the bottom of each ear. You can see that. The head before had some problems with it a little bit, but now it seems like that's like the cranium part. Now it seems like the head is, the skull is a little bit better the way it came out. So the face came out just perfect. There's this little face. She has a tongue. Well, I'll call him a he. A tongue in there. I don't know if you can see that. And it is in a biracial color. I have the belly plate here just draped. You can see all the details in that belly plate. It's got water on it right now because it was just I'm washing it, soaking it. See all the ribs and the chest there and the belly button. And it does have a girl part. If I plan later to make these into boys, what I'll do is I'll just cut the bottom off there so it won't have any gender if it would be a boy. And here's the limbs. They came out really nice. Like I said, a few of the fingers here got a little bit squished, but that's pretty good for me. And then there was a big bubble on the bottom of that finger. But at least I have all the fingers, because before in the past when I had poured, I had a lot of trouble getting even full fingers. So here's the other. And this hasn't been trimmed or anything, so there's a little bit excess silicone there. Here's the other hand. This hand came out pretty perfect, actually. One little bubble down here. That hand came out pretty perfect. And this entire sculpt and mold was made by Boss Babies, as I mentioned before. Here's the legs, and I love the feet. He's got big feet, and there's one little bubble there. Those won't be too difficult to fix. But these came out really well as compared. Like I said, they haven't been, they haven't been trimmed. Let me just tuck that. Should have just tucked that to begin with. I'm trying to tuck that body plate under part. Well, it's not going to work. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to put the leg over it. Okay, sorry, it doesn't look as realistic now. But there's the other leg. And I love how these feet are sculpted and done. They look like little monkey feet to me. It's got big, the toes are all splayed out. Got a lot of detail. There's the bottom of the foot. So there is, I think it's Andrea Sculpt is the name of it. And it's the head and limbs are all silicone and a belly plate to go on it. Over here, I did a few more. With excess silicone, I always do the little tiny littles. Here's the piggy. Y'all seen him before. I got a little spot on his face there. And he has a butterfly on his nose. A lot of detail. These are done with the cake molds. So they usually come out really perfect. It's a different type of mold. And they're always flat on the bottom. That's the only bad thing about the cake molds. Here's one of the doggies. One of the little tiny babies. Like I said, I haven't trimmed any of these. These are fresh out of the mold. They've only been soaking. If you like any of these, I do have these available. Possibly to sell. Now this is the one little girl that got messed up here. She's 12 inches. And her head came out just beautiful, her face. I'm still having, and right here, this is an example of, it's either a piece of silicone that got kind of hard, or I didn't mix it thoroughly, and right there in the chest, it got a little bit of clear silicone, but that can be painted over. And these first ones are always my prototypes, which means I keep them just because I'm practicing. And her thumb got a bubble. That's why her thumb got off. And I was all excited and look at this leg, came out perfect. And now we're going to show some spots. This leg over here came out perfect. She does have bow legs, like that's the way she's supposed to look. But this leg over here, this is not the way it's supposed to look. Look at that foot. Oh, the feet came out perfect. Just the leg here is messed up. This is a perfect, it looks like a noodle. This is a perfect example of what happens when the mother mold is too tight or it's not on correctly. It squishes the actual softer mold underneath, and so this is what happens. So what do I have to do is some serious surgery on her. I'm gonna have to pour another leg, just a leg, and I'm gonna have to transplant her a leg, like actually cut this leg, this little noodle leg off, cut the noodle leg off, and put a new leg on her that's hopefully not a noodle leg. It'll be a nice full leg that's like this one. This is what it's supposed to look like. Well, there she is, and she is the Emily sculpt. And I will have to get her artist name. I did write it down, but she's an artist from eBay that made this mold. So she's got cute little chubby cheeks. I love her face and her cheeks. She got a cute face. So just wanted to show you. So those are the mistakes you can make as a silicone pourer, and you don't know that obviously until you unmold them, until that leg is really squished and messed up, and that the hard shell, outer shell of the mother mold was on too tightly or not on correctly, and it squished her softer mold underneath, and it made the leg like that. So we're definitely gonna have to transplant her leg. She needs the transplant. So there she is. And actually, it's like Frankenstein. You actually cut that leg off, that limb off. You get the new leg, and you just attach it with silly epoxy. It's not totally ideal, but sometimes that's what happens. And I was so disappointed because her feet and her hands came out perfect. All the toes. Whoops. I'm having the worst time with all this. So she's the Emily sculpt, and this one is Andrea sculpt. This one's Bye-Bye's Babies, and she's pretty cute. Anyway, just wanted to show you what I've been doing, working hard, and I'm pretty excited. They came out fairly well, especially this sculpt here came out real nice. And I'm going to pour her an extra leg and fix her leg up, because other than her leg, she came out pretty well. So I'll talk to her later. Just wanted to show you what was going on, what I've been working on. So I'll make those repairs, and I'll have to repair her little bottom of Andrea's ears here. But I will make those repairs, and then I'm going to start painting. So I'll show you painting these little ones, these little girls. So I'll show you that progress as I start painting too. I appreciate each and every one of you. Just want to share my work today with you, what I'm doing on my silicone work, and I will talk to you soon. I'll be back with another video and have some exciting news. I'm having another baby, silicone baby, coming into my nursery. In the next video, I will tell you about that. So I hope you have a safe and blessed day, and I appreciate you. I will be back very soon.